Hey everybody, how you doing? Oliver Joyce from Whiskeybarrel Studios here, and it's been a few weeks. Did you miss me? I missed you. I really did. And if it looks like I've aged many years in the last few weeks, it kind of sometimes it feels like I have. I've got hat hair. It's freezing. I've got my gloves because I've been wearing this delightful beanie, and I can look like kind of like a like I've just been at sea on one of those ice trawlers or something, or hauling crabs or something. It's so cold. Be wearing this. You could say just put the air conditioning on or something, but also electricity prices are through the roof. So, look, no, I got a blanket. Anyway, it's been a few weeks. I've been working on Tower Shield, which I mentioned to my last game. That is my last video. This is the name of my latest game, and I've talked very little about it. You've gotten a few sort of snippets here and there, but I have never shown you any real gameplay. You've seen that sort of work in progress video, but this week I can finally give you a taste of the game. We're going to play sort of about 3 or 4 or 5 minutes of it, and we'll see how we go. This version of the game is absolutely an alpha work in progress. There's no balancing. It just shows off a few of the mechanics. Not all the sprites are in there and so on. And there's something else I want to talk to you about in this video related to that game, which we'll talk about as we get along. But look, we should just jump in because, I've talked at you for long enough. And the more we talk, the faster it gets. The warmer it gets here in Sydney, Australia, because it's winter here. Don't forget, might be summer where you guys are watching, but it's like 5 and 6 degrees here in Sydney, freezing. All right, here we are. Welcome to Tower Shield, and as you can see, we have a tower. Funny enough, and that's the logo, and a swaying field of wheat, and clouds on a lovely mid-morning somewhere in like some kind of Tuscan setting. That's what I sort of pictured, a fantasy version of it. Now this game you can use the mouse if you want, but you can also use the keyboard, which I'm going to use now. The settings button works. That's our little settings panel. You can adjust the music and sounds. There's no music in this iteration. I think there's music, but yeah, we're going to turn it off for now because it's not quite working. There's a dodgy sort of CRT shader to make it look like an old school game, but I'm not super happy with that yet. So we're going to turn that off and we'll close that panel. All right, so we're going to go new game again. And all right, how many heroes will enter the tower? At first, you only have one, but as you level up in the tower, as you get to level 10, 20, 30, 40, these other ones will be unlocked. Obviously unlocked right now, but we'll say one for now. Okay, and you can choose a barbarian, a knight, priest, rogue, Valkyrie, or wizard. Of course, all of them look like the barbarian right now because the barbarian is the only character who has any artwork. But you can see the stats change. Notice the little blue icons there telling you their skills. And you have things like melee power, which is how hard you hit. Melee speed, how often you hit. Melee radius, how many enemies you hit all at once. Critical hit chance, basically a chance of doing double damage. And there's also ranged power, same sort of thing for, but for throwing weapons. And also your miss skills, like how much healing, how often you heal, how often you gain treasure, and so on. But let's choose a barbarian to get started. And these stats start off, everyone's good at different things, but you can improve them in the game. So here's a little barbarian, gives a cheer, door opens, and off he goes into the tower. Now, you rise up, and your first thing you see is you're not doing anything. My hands are here. It's like an auto battler. These little gremlin things, these slime blobs come at you. You can move the tower, though, and then they'll actually attack the shield. But you can also attack them like that. And that automatically happens as long as you're on the tower. Every 20 seconds, however, this tower rises. So you can see level 2 up in the right corner. And they were still hitting them, but now we have a healing platform. And as long as I'm over the healing platform, every few seconds, he'll heal. You see that little +2. But if I'm not over the tower shield itself, they're attacking it. So I better get back there and, hit them. But I didn't get to hit them in time because the platform ran out. Now we introduce a treasure platform. Every few seconds, you can get treasure. 2 gold, 2 gold. And the rate you get treasure can be improved. but they're attacking me, so I better hit them back. All right, we've hit enough to be able to level up now. Red Barbarian is now level 2, and you get random items, random options, sorry, to level up. So this time we can choose melee speed, luck chance, maximum hit points, and healing power, healing faster. Melee speed's a good one because it means you can attack with your melee weapon faster. And you can see on the left side of the book, now melee speed is highlighted. We could go from 2 to 3. So let's press enter and upgrade to level 2. And now next time we attack them, it's going to be like 0.2 seconds faster or something. If you've ever played a game like, Vampire Survivors and so on, you'll know what that's like. But our shield strength is only at half. Our barbarian's health is at half as well. So let's try a ranged attack. We now move to the ranged platform, which is new. And watch as he throws a boulder. And that, at the moment, it's a bit underpowered, but it's meant to be able to take, do more damage because, it's okay. It's too slow, the recount. So let's go back to the healing platform now. Get a heal. You can see how this can get quite frantic. But also, let's repair the shield. So right in the top corner, you have your shield strength. And now I'm healing it by 2. Yeah. Okay. Next level. Now we're starting to see, all right, we've got 2 fronts here, and our shield is going to fall. We couldn't survive that. That was basically a really quick tutorial of the game. What I'm actually going to have in the, the final version. Actually, I'll probably put this in the next few days because my son tried it last night and he was overwhelmed. Like, what's going on? It's too much. Is a little pause and a little arrow saying, this is what this does. This is what this does. So you I introduce each element slowly. But let's try it again. I want to show you what happens if we do 2 heroes. We'll do Red Barbarian. And we'll say a knight, even though it's going to look like a barbarian. And of course, they have different color variations. Knight has, what have they got that's good? More hit points. Not as many hit points as a barbarian, but they have more melee power. Okay, in they go. Let's pretend the green guy is a knight, okay? Now, with 2 of them, you find you can, here's the cool thing. You can rotate them out. So you can kind of go, and you can rotate left and right. Easy enough with arrow keys. And the little blue bar underneath them tells you how much health they have. So if one is getting hurt, you can rotate the other one in. But at the cost of, the only person getting experience is the person on the melee platform. But since the green guy got a little bit hurt, he can now heal a little bit. Red guy's turn to heal. But because they're away from the platform, no one is now defending the platform. So we got to mix it up to there. So depending on each level configuration, you're going to have to change your strategy up. But the good thing is each level only goes for about 20 seconds. At the moment, anyway, I'm going to have to sort of tweak that, see, what is the optimal number. But now Red Barbarian is getting lots of treasure, and Green Barbarian is about to Green Knight is about to level up. So he can now improve his maximum hit points, his ranged speed, his melee speed, or his melee radius. And this is going to be random each time. You'll also be able to unlock more options through a sort of a meta game around things, which I'll explain in a minute. Okay, let's upgrade his. Let's give him some more health because I want to try and last a little longer. So those coins keep appearing on the treasure fountain for anyone that wants them, but coins at the moment are useless because there's no shop. But what you really want early is ranged power and ranged speed. Sort of melee power and melee speed. We could move this guy to the range platform. What I need to do, actually should see what the knight is like in his ranged thing. We're getting hit a little bit. Yeah, so that you can actually dominate your enemies with that. I'm trying to sort of keep up with the game as I'm talking. Right now, you've only got the... let's heal a shield and heal those. There we go. These guys are on a nice synergy now. Right now, you only have the slime enemies, but you're going to have all kinds of different enemies. And every bunch of levels, you're going to get a little shop. And you're going to get things like special kind of options, like maybe a tavern where you can hire new heroes, or a little game of luck, that kind of thing, where you can potentially heal all the heroes and that kind of stuff. So melee power is a good one to get. Okay, this is going to be tricky. Take that guy, see if we can get past this platform. So level 6 has been a real challenge for us. Don't know if we're going to survive. Yeah, so both of them can't get past level 6 at the moment. I literally only put in those sort of level, sort of pre-made level things last night. But I want to now show you one thing with 4 players. But before I do that, when you gain all that gold, now you'll go back to it'll say, game over. You'll go back to a shop, and that shop will basically allow you to upgrade the game itself. And every character starts with +1 to melee, or every character starts with extra healing, or unlocking extra different new hero types. Because you can see there, let's have 4 heroes, but you can see there's only 6 there, but there's room for more hero types, which I'd like to add. So let's say Valkyrie, Wizard, Priest, and Rogue. So all these ones are not barbarians, but they look like barbarians. So into the tower. Now with 4 heroes, the shield is much better defended. And of course, all these numbers I'm playing with, because right now you can barely repair the shield, even not enough to be able to keep up with it. Every now and again, your characters will dodge. You'll see that they've dodged, and that's a random chance for them to not take any damage. And if you see a little orange number come up, it means they did double damage. So let's heal the red barbarian or the red Valkyrie, if it looks like a barbarian. It's very confusing. And put the yellow barbarian to work, who should be leveling up soon. Not yet. One thing, when you have the 4 heroes, they level up slower. But let's get this guy fighting. Let's see if we can get past level 6, huh? I also want to have, really, aside from the cool sort of chiptune sounds and 8-bit style music and so on, I want to have like a voice over that sort of says, Red Wizard is going to die, or, Blue Elf needs food badly. Basically, you remember from Gauntlet, that old arcade game, the 80s one? That's what I want to sort of add to this game. That sort of, Green Wizard gained extra healing, or Blue Barbarian has leveled up, or you've reached tower floor 7, in a cool 8-bit style voice. Now, that Barbarian absolutely needs healing. The shield's still at 100%. Let's see if we can heal him, but they're not going to heal fast enough right now, because I haven't tweaked the numbers enough that the healing is abysmal, basically, for the amount you can heal. In another video, I might sort of put all these stats right up and then see how that goes. As you go up the tower, the time of day changes and everything. I'm going to change sort of the graphics as well to reflect sort of different areas of the tower. Now we're going to see some deaths. We've lost one barbarian. The red Valkyrie is leveled up. Let's get range power. Melee speed is very important. Let's get melee speed. But the Valkyrie is about to die as well. See if we can heal the Valkyrie. Oh yeah. Will we get past level 6? Level 6 is a killer, even with 4 characters. Yeah. They're all gonna die. They've made it to the next level. Hey, we made it to level 7, and you have all this treasure, all the shield repair. You can still move them, but alas, our heroes are dead. So we're just gonna basically. There is no loss condition yet for having all 4 heroes dead. There will be some kind of like Grim Reaper who can potentially bring your characters back for a price in the game, but he's not available. Meanwhile, we're just gonna have to wait for the shield to knock us all 4 heroes off the tower. Even if we rotate, there's nothing they can do, because the shield itself is getting attacked. You can see it glowing red there. The shield is taking damage. I'm going to change it up to put sort of cracks in the glass and so on. Hang on, the Green Wizard's leveled up, even though he's dead. That's funny. I need to not give you experience if you're dead. It's a little bug. Speaking of great heroes, I want to give a big shout out to my Patreon supporters who have been with me all this time. Caden, Dane Simino, Daniel Funches, Brandon K, Pipewitch, Noah Gudajan, XUp Omega, Jeff Rove Hex 3D, Hopeless, and Neighbor Jack. You guys are the best, and you'll be getting Tower Shield updates every week, or most weeks as I can do them. And of course, you'll be getting a copy of this game and any other game I make, as long as you're in the Patreon. So if you want to be a patron, that will make my day, and also make the Armorer's day, and there'll be a link below. Well, I already said that, you outrageous angry man. Okay, great, very professional take. That is all the gameplay I have to show for you today. And it's taken me since early May to get to this point, with a little bit of delay in between. I got to be honest, I was actually quite nervous to even show you what I got right now, because a lot of people will kind of go, "Is that it? Is that all?" You know, it's quite scary revealing a new game concept to people. You know what I mean? Like, I've been doing Swords and Sandals for so long that everyone knows that when I reveal things, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, cool." You know, we know it's Swords and Sandals. When you see a new game concept, people are like, "Huh? What's that? That doesn't look good." What I want to tell you about Tower Shield is what you see there represents half the gameplay, and the other half of the gameplay I cannot reveal yet because there's nothing there yet. But I had a brainstorm, and I thought, you know what? This game needs more, and this will represent one cycle of the 2 cycle parts of the gameplay, and the other gameplay cycle will be something that you're very familiar with. Not Swords and Sandals, but most of you will be very familiar with this. And I hope that the 2 cycles of the game will synergize with each other. You do this other gameplay option in the daytime or whatever, and then you go into the tower in the late afternoon through the nightfall and so on. And as you earn money in the tower, you can spend it on upgrading the other section of the game. And as you earn money in the other section, you spend it on upgrading the characters in the tower. Sound confusing? It's not that confusing, I promise. But I just figured this is a cool. It has the crux of a cool game, but right now it's just still a little too small and just needs a little more. And I'm hoping that between these 2 gameplay cycles, we have something quite special. I'm still hoping to get the game ready for the October Next Fest, which is, we've got July, August, September. So we've got still, a good 3.5 months to do it. I'm confident. I'm still nervous though. This is by all accounts, my account especially, this is a small game, but I never do anything truly small. And you know me, the scope changes, things grow larger. It's gonna be fun. I'm really hoping that people like this. There is a Steam page up now as well, which you can go and visit. Please click in the link below the Steam wish list, because I've only got about 50 wish lists for the game right now, and I need a lot more. So if you like what you see so far, or if you just like Whiskeybarrel Studios and Sword and Sandals and me, I would really appreciate a wish list for Tower Shield. Until next time, my friends, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of the game so far. What can I do? What makes sense? What doesn't? Do you think this has legs? Are you looking forward to it? How are you doing? All these things and more. Thank you for being with me. Until next time, I'm Oliver Joyce, and bye for now.